So we're about 7K short from Invercargill. George's got heaps of things to get for the farm. I got things to get for the motorbike. And first I'm going to pass by the eye clinic to have a look at that thing that's lodged in my eyeball. So it would be nice if they could get that out. Come on in. Right, that was my impromptu doctor's visit. Got it out. There was definitely something stuck in there. Alright, time to focus on Alp again. I have almost all the supplies now. Now I just need to find me some baking soda still. What's up, George? Okay, it's midday now. It's time to get back to work again. Especially since yesterday I didn't do anything on the bike and just spent most of the day in Invercargill getting more supplies. This morning I just couldn't stop browsing. I started looking at the fairings for the Africa Twin mod. Side fairings, front cowl, windscreen, headlight, and it does look like that available rally fairings online are pretty affordable. For example, one fairing from Rugged Roads is pretty affordable now, also due to the low British pound. Rally fairings, it seems to be a compromise. One website has two types of fairings available. For example, one has the option to put on a screen, which I really like. Since the screen keeps you out of the wind and keeps you out of a lot of rain. But the side parts of the fairing are rounded, like on a RD07, like the Transalp 650. But I really like the hard corners of the RD04 and my own Transalp, the 600. I've never been a big fan of the rounded corners on the new Transalp design. If anybody knows any other options out there, feel free to let me know. We had a bit of a missing socket situation going on earlier, number 14. But it was under the table there all along by the box. Anyway, let's get this off. I'm going to replace these because they've been pretty worn. There's one nut here that's, I keep putting that one back on, but it's an absolute mess. So they need to change. I don't know why, but apparently moths are drawn to CRC. Is that bolt mangled? So not only is that nut mangled, but it's on extremely tight. All the other ones are loose, but this one is tight as. So I'm gonna let that soak for a while. We've got the greaser, 4 days. It'll last us a lifetime. I was gonna buy another one, but the guy said, "Hey, have you seen our sale for 12 bucks?" Got another wire wheel, some haze, a bigger wire wheel. Got some aluminium polishing. Yep, again, aluminium polishing. Aluminium polishing. Stay. Polishing wheel. The greaser, got a rust killer, and a nice meter something 10mm vinyl hose, and 1.5 kilos of baking soda. So that's that. I also looked into paint. Completely forgot to bring, a part with a color. So I was at the place, running out of time. And primer, what do we do with the primer? And then some paints might not be compatible later on. And I was like, okay, forget the paint. I won't start painting during this stint. So all of that is going to be the final stint, which will start like 3 weeks from now as I gather the parts and go back to work, because I gotta pay for this whole thing. Like I said before, seriously considering powder coating the frame now. Don't know if I should do the Swingarm too. That can be painted. Definitely different stuff, this. A lot more runny. Lest we appreciate that El Loco wears the thorny crown that he died for our motorcycle sins. Right, so I'm trying to replicate that baking soda gun. Don't really have a lance, only like a tire or football inflator as a nozzle. You need a bit of a long nozzle to stick into the tube. And there's definitely a lot more pressure coming out of these. I imagine a proper lance will have the same pressure, and this has less pressure. So not ideal. I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. So 2 inches or 5 centimeters from where the hose goes in. Needs to stick out. Got a small slit. Not looking ideal. Don't think it's going to work. You need a decent nozzle on the gun. Here you go. It is working, but will it be enough? It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. Only usually hear about this stuff when Americans talk about doing things, washing things, or tricks to clean things. Baking soda. Whoa! It just piles it up here. I think it just sucks up baking soda at the moment. I shoved. It's not an ideal setup, but I shoved the tiny nozzle in there. I know this stuff dissolves, but I'm not too keen on having it everywhere at the moment. There is potential there. You can see a little bit of removal here, but this method definitely still needs to be perfected. Yeah, that bowl is not completely messed up, so I'm just going to cut it off. Hot. Enjoy summertime. There you go. From the times the chain came off here. Fresh big ass wire wheel. Jesus. Paul from Super Cheap suggested to take them slow, which felt really frustrating when I started doing that before. So I've always had it at high speed. There's always bits flinging at me. So I'm going to try it slower this time. There's only 2 settings on this thing. Alright, so now I'm in an area where the wire wheel can't reach. It's Dremel time.